What's up, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel, and today we are going to be working on the 2006 Cadillac Sts. Are you having a problem with your leaky transmission cooling lines? Well, we're going to take care of it and we're going to fix it on ours. So let us show you what we're going to be getting into. Let's get into it. So guys, welcome to the channel. If you guys have not checked out my stuff, please go like and subscribe. Help me out, help the algorithm, and help me grow. But today we are going to be working on the 2006 Cadillac Sts. And we are having a problem with a leaking coupler on the transmission cooler line. And we're going to be basically chopping it up and fixing it so that way it'll never have a problem leaking again and it'll be easier to fix. So let me show you what we're going to be getting into. So guys, first let's come to the table. And here's all the parts that we have gotten for it. We got some new heater hose, some high strength hose, doesn't matter if it's heater hose or whatever kind of cooling line hose, but this will work for the transmission. It is in a 3/8 if it'll come into play. As you can see, it's a 3/8. We got a long one and a short one. We'll explain why. And we have right here, we have a transmission and cooler line disconnect. Here's the part number, which is that 39960. This is what we're going to use to undo the couplers, and we'll show you that as well. And we have some aluminum line splices. So we have some smart splices, straight connector from hose to line. Now this is something that I've been doing some research on. So we are going to be cutting the metal pipe and we're going to be fitting it with these smart line connectors. So they come in different versions. This is from the company Aircept. It's actually right there, Aircept. I reached out to the guy. I think he's in Georgia, but I reached out to him, and they actually manufacture parts for people like, O'Reilly's and, AutoZone and Amazon and eBay and stuff and so forth and so forth. So I skipped the middleman and went straight to the source, but he could not order from the source. I actually had to order from a distribution. So I ended up getting these from eBay. I got all four. I may not need all four. I think I might need two because we may be using these as well for the ends going up into the radiator, and we'll show you and explain why we may need those. So we might just need two, and I bought two extra ones. I didn't realize it until later that I may not be able to use these two, or two of them. I may have to use this instead. So we'll explain and figure that out as we get to it. But this is everything that we need, and I'm gonna go to the car. Let's go to the car and show you exactly what and why we need to fix this. So all right guys, let's come to the car. So let's see if you can see it. So this is the top of the this radiator has a radiator, and this radiator right here is a radiator / AC cooler integrated into one. And then obviously this one right here is the condenser for the AC. But here is the coupler for the transmission cooler line. There's one on top and there's one way down there. Now this one's pretty dry, not too bad, but if we go up a little further, you see those two couplings down there? That is where it's leaking at. It's leaking on the metal pipe going into the transmission. So a lot of people have had these issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those metal pieces. We're either going to cut it and expose the hose, or we actually going to take a little pipe cutter and cut the pipe a little bit past those couplings so we can use the Aircept smart connecting. So we're going to use the Aircept. What we're thinking about is using the Aircept smart connector for here and there, and then up here we're just going to simply just disconnect it with the tool that I got, which is that transmission cooler line. Let me see if this thing will focus. So we will disconnect it here, leave this here, and then we're just going to slide on the hose with those little quick connectors, and hopefully that'll work. Hopefully it'll work. So we're gonna try and get under there, but let's get down under it and see if you can see it a little bit more better. All right, so now we're gonna get under the car and see if you guys can see it. So right here is the lower one on the AC on the radiator. So here's the lower cooling line. As you see, it's kind of saturated, but that could be from all gunk and stuff, but it's leaking. So we are going to disconnect this line and leave this metal line, clean it up, and then we're just going to slide the hose on with those little twist connectors with the flathead screwdriver. But if we come over here, as you can see, there is the coupler. Those are the ones that we have to take off. We have to take those off and replace it. We're gonna try to do it in the car, but we may have to take it out. This is this thick line right here. This thick line. This is the transmission cooler lines. Is going up, going under. Follow, and as we kind of move back a little bit, let's see. And then it's all the way up there. It's right here. I don't know if it'll zoom in for you, but you see where the metals are going in? That's where it's going right into the transmission, and there's a block. There's a block right there with a nut in the center that's holding it. We may have to take this all the way out to make the right cut. But we're going to drain this fluid out. It's not actually hot. I think it's like cool air. So we're going to try and tackle the couplers first, because if we can't get these couplers off, we can't go any further. So I'm gonna try the bottom one first, because I feel like that's where it would come down. So we're gonna uncouple it, we're gonna get a drain pan and catch all this fluid. Then if we can get this one off, then we're gonna go to the top, and then we'll kind of determine from there how we're gonna get this going. So let me get the tool and let's get this off. Okay guys, we're gonna try and just show you what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take this tool, we're gonna separate it, and it goes on like that, and then it slides up into the hole. So I have to hold the hose here and then push this in, so that little step down goes into there, springs it, and pulls it out. So I need to use both hands. So let me take this off and we'll come right back. Okay guys, we're back just like that. It's off. Not too much dripping, which is actually kind of good. I was actually hoping that it wasn't going to be a whole lot coming out. So it was really quite simple. So now we got this down. We're going to go do the top. All right, guys. So now we're going to do this top, but we need to get this out the way. So we're going to take apart our line. May have to actually take out the box too, just to be on the safe side, just to give us room to do what we need to do. So we probably will do that. So right now, let's get this line separated first. All right, let's get this out the way. We can just sit it right there. All right, gives us a little more access, but let's go ahead and completely take this whole thing off. So let's get this piece off. Let's get this piece off here. Alright. Where aren't you coming off? Alright, let me put this down. I need both hands. Hold on a second. Be right back. Okay, guys. We got the coupler off. I am so sorry I could not show you. It was just because I needed both hands. So I'll just implement. So I'm not going to slide it back on there, but basically you take this and see if you can get it around. I can see it. So you take it and you slide it down, you hold this down, and you pull up on the hose. You pull up on this hose, and then when you do that, it separates. It's like a quick disconnect. And then you just pull right out. Then boom, it's out. And it's actually not dripping out as much. Everything is down at the bottom, and that hose down there is kind of tilted up. So any of the excess fluid that came out is actually not that much, which I'm actually super stoked. But if we have to take this and cut it off, we might lose a whole lot more. So I'm hoping that we don't lose too much fluid. But let us go ahead and get under and try to see if we can loosen this bracket. Okay, guys. So now we're going to get this bracket off. It is a 13 millimeter bolt. I already loosened it. So it's actually right here on the bottom of the oil pan. Yeah, it's probably the oil pan. So 13mm bolt. It goes right there holding this bracket on. And I just want to see if it's going to be loose enough for me to cut the pipe without me having to take it completely out. And trying to see, nope, still not going to be enough room for me to do my cut. Maybe, I'm not too for sure. Let me get my cutting tool and let me see what we can do about it. So, get up. So, this is the cutting tool. It's a little mini pipe tool that you would use. You would roll it on the pipe and then you would twist this down to tighten it, and then this little blade cuts into the pipe ever so finely. So I'm going to get under the car and see if I can get this off. I really truly am sorry that I cannot show it to you guys, but this is it right here. It's a Superior Tool Pro line, and this is the measurements that it does it for. So I'm gonna go and see if I can take it off. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay guys, after some trial and error, we finally got them cut. And as you see, they're cut. Not the greatest cut, but they're cut. Tried to get it with the pipe wrench thing and I got it somewhat, but I think it would probably been better if I took it out. But too late, already committed, and I pretty much got it. But I got it out, I got it cut. So now we're gonna go put this SEP tool. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you guys what I was running into. Sorry I couldn't video it, but I figured I'd just do it this way. So this is the short line and that's the long line. So this is the end that I use that tool to push down, and as you see, there's a little O-ring in there that you have to push down to get it out of the way, and then you pop it off. And this is where we're plugged into the radiator, and the same thing. But this end is the one that was going from this rubber fitting into this nipple, and then going into the transmission. The line kept going, so I cut it right at the very end. If I had done it right and the way I would wanted to do it, I would have cut this. I've seen people in the video, they cut this off and expose this hose, but inside right here where this nipple is, there's another piece of pipe in between here to here that I could have easily just slid a hose over and then clamped it down, and that would have been perfect. But I didn't do that. I actually cut it because in order for me to get to this and did it properly outside of the car, I would have to take the whole entire line from the transmission to the radiator out, and this would have been tied to, and I didn't want to do that. It was more easier just to get a cutter, cut the line, you know, and then I cleaned the pipe like you saw, and then just stuck the hose right over it and clamped it. So this is the way I did it. And the reason why I cut the line was because I was going to use these air seps that I showed you on my table. I was going to use these air seps, splicing tools. So I have 4 of these bad boys, and the reason why I didn't use it was because I didn't notice that when I cut this line off, it was a 3/8. It was a 3/8 small going into a 1/2 inch hose. So it was so from the transmission coming to here, it was a 1/2 inch, and then it stumped itself down to a 3/8. So these are 1/2 inch air sep smart connectors. So it would have worked if I had hacked the hose. If I had hacked the hose that was connected to this going to that fat 1/2 inch, this would have worked. But the problem was that it wasn't a whole lot of room because the pipe started curving a little bit after that end, so I couldn't use it. I only had so much room, so that's why I didn't use these air seps. I wanted to, and I apologize. I really did want to use these, and I apologize to the guy that I bought them from, the company I bought them from, because I was really going to use it, but I didn't put in the calculations that the pipe was going to reduce itself down to a 1/2 inch to a 3/8. So yeah, I apologize. So now I have 4 air sept pieces that I can't use. I'll save them for later for another fix if I have to, or if anybody needs them, you know how it works. If you guys need it and you need one for your vehicle and you want to try it, let me know, hit me up. I can sell them to you. or send them to you, however it needs. But I have 4 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 half-inch right here. I have 4 half-inch air seps, smart splicing connecting hose. They go for yep. So there it is. So if you need them, you want them, holler at me. Okay, guys. So we're now clean. We got it all cut. We got it rounded off. Make sure that it's all nice and clean, no burrs on there. Now we're going to be able to slide the hose and slide the clamps on. Okay, guys, so now we're going to try and get this pipe on. I'm going to try and do this with the filming. Camera's over my hand, so let me see if I can get it over there. So now we're going to, we got the things on there. So now we are just going to slide this over the pipe. This is the short one that's going to go down to the lower radiator hose. So we're just going to slide that over. I'm going to get down there and slide it up a little bit more. So I'm going to slide it over this piece of pipe as much as I possibly can, as far as I can get it, to make sure that it is over the pipe. The closer I can get it on this bigger piece of pipe, the better. So that way we got a nice good holding spot. So I think we got it on there pretty good. There's the reducing part. We're just gonna try and squeeze it on there just a little bit more. All right, I guess that's as good as we're gonna get it. So, got it pretty good. Okay, guys, so we're back. We got the other clamp. Got my finger. We got the other clamp on there, and we're getting the last one on. We just got 2. We're gonna put 2 here, and then we'll put 1 on top on the radiator. So, let me finish doing this, and then we'll be right back, and I'll show you. Okay, guys, and just like that, we are done. On the bottom, as you see, we got 2 clips on here. This is a 3. Remember, this is a 5/8. I think it's a 3/8 hose with a 3/8 clamp on either end. I got 2 here, and I got 2 on the other side. You can see that top one right there, and then there's the other one right there. So I had to maneuver them a little differently so I could get to them if I ever needed to. So now these are tightened down here, and now we're gonna go and get the other ones on. Okay, guys, and now we're gonna finish up top. Down below has been done. I showed you guys already. So now we're gonna get this. We're gonna trim it because it's a little too long. We don't need it that long. I could keep it, but not a big deal. We'll just cut it a little shorter so it's out of everything's way. So I guess about right here. So we'll take our knife. We'll just cut it. So, set our knife down, and then let me get my clamp real quick. I got my clamp. Now I'm gonna figure out where I want to put this on. So I'll probably put it on like that, and then we're gonna slide it up. Get it as tight as we can get it, and then we will grab my, this time I actually can grab my little wrench and we're just tighten it up. We're gonna bring it to the top. Bring it to the top right here because it's got a nice little good long piece on it. Flip it over. Just tighten it down. I'm gonna grab my flatheads a little more easier. Actually, we'll loosen it a little bit and we'll move it up just a little bit more. About right there. There we go. That's a little more better. I want to get a nice good bite on it so that way it won't break through. All right, and there we go, guys. Super good, all done. Now we're just gonna button everything, put all this stuff back together. So let's get this all buttoned back up and let's go and get it started. So time-lapse mode. All right, guys, so we are buttoned up. Everything is there. That's connected, and then that's connected there. Then we're gonna go down below and then see, there's the other connection line. If it happens to leak again, I can just put another, I can loosen it and then put another clamp on if I have to, if it's gonna come spewing out of here, but I don't think so. I got it nice and tight. But if it does leak, I know where it's coming from here. We'll just put another clamp on there for good measure. We'll loosen this, slide it down, and then put another clamp to hold it in place since the fluid's kind of curving in and going into it. But check it out, it's all there, it's all good to go. Now we're gonna get this down on the ground and then we should be good. Okay guys, so we are good to go. Now we just gotta hook up the battery because I took it back off, and we will go take this thing for a spin. Always make sure to top off your fluid if it needs it. This one didn't really take too much fluid, but I think I may take it and get it, I may have it checked out. Cause see, it didn't take much fluid, maybe not even a quart. Yeah, not even a quart. I mean, it probably took so little, it probably wouldn't even notice a difference. I mean, it's less than a quart that came out. Now, if I taken off the transmission line, I think I probably would have lost a little bit more, but I didn't lose that much. So I'm probably gonna be okay. But if you're not for sure, it's always better just to get it flushed. I think I would recommend it flush, and I probably will get one soon just to make sure that, you know, my fluid's topped off to the right level, and then we should be good. So let us go and get this all plugged back in. All right, put the leads back on. And now we are good. Put my rag down. Put the lid on. And let's go take it for a spin. All right, guys, just like that, we are done. Everything is good on this car. Like I said before, I will be trying to get it a flush. It's just my OCD. I want to make sure it's completely topped off. It does take 9 quarts, and sometimes trying to fill it is really tough because of the room. Trying to fill it is just really, really hard. So I probably later will get it flushed just to make it sure it's smooth over, but it's running really well. Shifting's okay, not too bad. Everything is running really fine. So it was running like it was before. It's just now that it's not leaking, so we just need to top it off and make sure and get the better shifts, but it should be just fine. So guys, that's it. It's really working good. No leaks, no nothing. So if you're having a problem with your vehicle leaking, you know what to do now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate it. I know it's been about a good maybe half of a month. I've been off. I've been doing, there's some stuff in the background that I'm trying to get together, and hopefully soon it'll come. And when it does come, I will bring it to the channel and show it to you guys. But until then, we're just gonna have to wait until we do that and then move on to some other fixes and builds. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given me over in 2022 and in 2023. So I'm hoping we can keep and move forward and everything. Just to bring some more stuff to the table, show you guys some more cool stuff, because there is a lot more to fix on these cars, and I like to show it to you guys. So guys, with that all being said, I greatly appreciate it. Please go down, check down, and like my stuff and video my stuff and check it out, comment, whichever. I really do appreciate it. I do answer. So if you guys have questions on your vehicle, or either if you have a Cadillac or non-Cadillac, if you got a car related question, I'm always cool and free to answer. So I usually give you back a pretty good response. But you can also, if you don't want to do it on YouTube, you can also find me on Instagram at Fix It Daniel. It's right there. One of the other YouTubers that was trying to send me a video sent it to me on Instagram. So that actually works too. If you have a car related question, or you want to show me a video, just you can send it to me on my YouTube channel. That'd be sweet. But guys, thank you so much. You guys have a good and blessed day, and I will see you guys on the next fix. Until then, peace.